All right, we get pretty much the best possible pack. I think this is the best possible pack. Like, I think the sledges are probably better than the storms. And I think we just go for Fire Badger round one. This is the most um, this is the bestest pack there is with the best specialist. Fortunately, it doesn't look like Wooka. Wow, he does not run Extinguisher, so this is very good news. Um, all right, so probably have to do this: 2 squares up, 2 squares in. Probably just do this. All right, so I was gonna say we probably want to go Fire Badger here, but he's gonna be running in. He's probably just gonna go Mass Hounds. In which case, does the Fire Badger make sense? Right? Probably not. Um, do Arc Lights make sense? Probably not, unless you want to range them. Void Eyes are probably a good option here, but do we actually go Void Eyes? Maybe we have to, but I just don't see how that's. I'm not loving going Void Eyes here. But we might have to, right? So let's see. Let's pretend there's no such thing as the Void Eye, right? Then what do we do? Fangs? Fangs could be all right, but then the hounds kind of tear through the fangs. The sniper guy is pretty good. Do we just go for the Fire Badger? I don't think so. Why don't we try the Void Eye? This is not recommended, but let's give it a try here. All right, so it's Mass Hounds. I can see actually Void Eyes winning against Hounds, especially if you like make the Void Eyes flying. All right, so if we don't build any more like units that die to the Hound, then this could work. And I think the Hounds need like 4 shots to kill a Void Eye. So all right, so this is officially the first time we went Void Eye, round one, and it actually worked. So now what? Do we just go Phantom Race? Probably, right? Still think the best move is Phantom Race next. But I do like the Void Eyes. I do love the Void Eye move. Oops. Oh no. What did we do? I mean, is this ever good though? Don't think so. This is bad. This is bad for sure. We needed to go the Void Eye, the Phantom Rake here, but maybe in some twisted world this is good. Highly doubt it. Improve Overlord? Okay. So if he's gonna go Overlord, then this is not gonna bode that amazing for us here. Splash range by 5. He's got the Phoenixes now, so this was maybe I just got too excited with the Void Eye, having that actually being the best play. All right, Phoenix, please don't turn into the Phantom Race. All right, this is scary, but it's gonna take him a while for the Overlords to get online, and we don't have to keep building Phantom Race, right? So, Do we ever get this? Probably have to. All right, let's do it. Now this guy does nothing because there's nothing to burn, right? But we do still have it, and it is available. So I guess we start going Phoenixes. Void Eyes are doing an insane amount of damage. Just like the Phantom Ray. Now it's going to be more Phoenixes. Additional deploy slot, okay. I don't think we were able to use that additional deploy, but I think that's fine. Is he weak to, like, chaff? I don't think so. Probably could have gotten a level on this tower instead of the extra Void Eye level, but yeah. Oh no. That's not good. Alright. This is not going as well as we'd like it to. Mustangs or Wasps? That's the question. Wasps could be good for both of us. Mustangs could also be good for both of us, right? It's just that Mustangs kind of beat the Wasps here, and we need more ground chaff, so we'll probably go for this. I think we have to range, but don't want to, but think we have to. And now what? Wouldn't mind moving this guy over here, but can't really do that. There's no fire except for there's no chaff except for on the flanks. I think it's just gonna be more phoenixes here. Do we ever just put chaff behind? Maybe. So we'll do the same thing to him. Okay. He's committing into the wasps now. What I don't like is that the wasps are going to be quite late into the party, which makes them better, I think. But in this case, it's better for us because of the tower timing. He's actually going fire on hounds. I wasn't expecting that. This is not good. So it's going to be Fort AA now, I think. Oof. Mass-produced wasp, ion blast. I think we just skip. Just go for our forts here. Wouldn't mind just like clicking oil on this, but yeah, he's in a pretty decent position here, to be honest. Kind of in trouble. The Fire Badger's doing nothing. Why don't we sell out of that? Don't mind oiling him. Let's get the oil. So maybe his units don't like kind of kill this. Wait. Maybe that's fine. Maybe it's just we need this. And we probably need these guys to be flying and just like shooting here, but there's not enough money for that. That being said, maybe we can do something like this. Maybe we could, you know, until he puts something in front, then we're in trouble, but at least we can address this. And kind of want to also address this here. Maybe this is more important. And what about a missile? Maybe we need a missile here. It's a very interesting beam here. I'm happy that he's going for it because it doesn't look like it's amazing value. Well, that was a nice start to it. Hopefully the balls are not going to get on top of the fort here. Do need levels on the towers. This is slowly spiraling out of control. Please, yes. And let's get another, we're not going to get another volley off, it looks like. Yeah, it's so close, but wait, actually, never mind. So, okay. Maybe we go for Rocket Punch here also. Ion Blast again. I don't think there's much we can do on his side. I think we keep skipping it. And let's get these guys flying. And it's going to be more forts, I think. Start selling out. Well, this guy's still doing a bit. Start selling out of something. Is this guy doing anything? Maybe sell out of him. And let's get something here to deal with this. Probably continue to missile this. Probably want this here. Just because the anti-air, the air units are coming from the side here. This might be a pretty juicy ion beam here. Gonna lose a tower. He's spending all his money on the spells. We're spending all our money on borrowing. He's got armor on the steel ball, which is interesting. Really need to level up these towers here. Okay. So what is the solution? Phoenixes are doing a lot, so I don't want to get into this. The Farseer is probably okay. The Scorpion's probably better. I think we keep the Scorpions. Sell out of this guy now. Probably want to get a level on this guy. Probably want to get oil. Probably want to get the rocket punch. I think more Mustangs are also good. Do we go for 2 Mustangs, or it's going to be maybe not? Maybe the rocket punch here actually. Go for our own chaff here in the middle, and maybe a missile to one of these guys. Probably this side, but I also wouldn't mind missiling this. Okay. Goes for the Overlord now. Now this is getting really, really scary. Level 3 Tarantula, okay. With the potential aerial spec. Looks like we're kind of doing all right on this side. Steel balls are mostly gone. Let's say we win this round. How long is it going to be before his overlords just take over? We just need to put down a war factory and just try to, get it through right now. His spells are going to come off of cooldown. In fact, it's coming off of cooldown right now, which is bad for us. Missile strike is probably okay. If I hit something like here. Or maybe here, 3,000. Then we could just go with a war factory straight to the tower. I think that's our only shot here. We have to go for a cheese. I'm pretty sure. And maybe we sell out of something here, like one of these guys. So let's go for this. Go for the armor. Let's kill this, go for the armor, and then just have him beacon straight to the tower. All right, let's try this. Interesting, he does not go for the ion blast here. We should be able to tank this one. Is he beat? Okay, we should be able to tank this one guy here. We actually have an oil that we have not used. Can we also get some of these crawlers too with the blast? Oh, it's absolutely perfect with the blast. But are we gonna lose our tower before anything happens here? Probably. I think the war factory is still fine. We just need the speed. Come on, let's not lose everything here. There we go. Our stuff is kind of far away. Might work. This actually might work here. There's nothing left except for the Fort AA. It's going to be very close. Is that going to be enough? Oh no, that's not good. That's not good for us. Oh boy. And now he's got all the spells. Can I at least go for this? Or I want to clear up his stuff with some spells, but let's at least go for this. We'll definitely keep this guy around. And yeah, it's just going to be more phoenixes, I guess. Let's missile everything. Okay. Borrow range speed. Probably want some shields, but we cannot go for any shields. Sell out of maybe one of these guys. This guy did nothing. And I think we just range our phoenixes maybe. Because he's got 160. We need the range. And just get more phoenixes. I think that's our only play here. We'll continue to maybe try to beacon this guy here. I don't think it's going to work that amazingly, but we try. I mean, it's probably still better to just beacon here and here. Hopefully our phoenixes don't die to this beam. Looks like they will. That's worse than losing the forts, it seems. But now we just lose. Yeah, we had one chance, but it was just... Just wasn't it wasn't good enough. All right, so let's go to that last round, the second last round. I feel like once you build this critical mass of boats, there's nothing we can do with our composition that can win. So if we had to win, we have to beat him here. Unfortunately, we came up short by 150, and that's because of the strategy we decided on. It was because the War Factory didn't get to the tower fast enough. Right, so let's see if there's a way we could do 1350 damage without using the War Factory. So go for the missile here. This is a nice juicy missile. We'll also go for the dodge because we're expecting to have the missile here. Now this could be potentially cheating because you could also missile here. So it's kind of like we know he's going to missile here, so this is, potentially not kosher. We'll upgrade everything. We'll get charge shot and a couple more phoenixes. All right, we'll sell out of this guy since it didn't do anything. Go for the range, probably go for the speed. We want to oil him somewhere. I think this is a good spot. Something like here is good. And let's just try to use as many missiles as we can. I mean, there's so many juicy targets here. We need a missile as chaff at least. And I don't know, maybe missile this as well. Okay. So yeah, we do lose some Mustangs here to the fire. The oil's pretty good for us here. All right. And it looks like we're able to clean up with just the charge shot being the main thing here. And look at that. That just did so much better than the War Factory desperation play. Turns out that we don't need to be desperate every single game. Let's just see what happens if we don't beacon anything. Do we still win? All right, let's do this. We'll sell out of this, and we're just gonna go all in on these phoenixes. The phoenixes are just such a good unit. All right, borrow range speed, and the oil is still necessary for sure. And so are all the missiles. I'm just gonna missile as much as we can. As much as we're allowed to. Maybe even missile this, but let's just see how much money we have. So we want to level this up. It is going to get destroyed by the missile, so maybe just missile this. Let's just pretend we don't know what's going on, and maybe an attack upgrade. I don't know. Okay. The missiles are amazing for us. Hopefully he could set this on fire, but I don't think there's anything left. So there's not a whole lot of chaff. And it does look like actually not having the Mustangs there is pretty huge. Like the Phoenixes are not finding their target. Wait a second. It's very close, but yeah. So now this is not enough. It's a perfect draw there. So basically, we still need to have more Mustangs left over. Perhaps the best play, because we can never predict what he's going to do with the missile. So perhaps the best play is just to maybe go for an extra Mustang or two Mustangs on top of that. Gotta be careful about the Mustang here, because it probably dies to this tarantula. So I'm not loving this positioning. 43,000 damage is a lot. So then problem is Mustang here also dies to the fire. So unless we get some kind of shield, which is too expensive, it's kind of a tricky problem here. Can't really quite deal with it unless we beacon out. Guess we could just put something in the middle, because that technically doesn't go into any fire, and we could just keep going for the charge shot phoenixes. I don't know. Maybe put something here. We'll missile this. Missile this. Sell. Hit the oil. Could even just make sure our own fire kind of ignites, so we won't. We'll maybe just like there we go. Yeah, let's try this. All right, we get half a pack of Mustangs here. We do ignite this fire, which maybe is good. We have some Mustangs in the middle. We have some Mustangs here. And I think clicking speed is bad for us, because the fires kind of lose a few extra Mustangs from that. Things are going well here. I don't know if we can do the same amount of damage, though. Nope. So again, it's not enough. We actually have to either block the oil here. I mean, it's very close. It's pretty much the same damage we did with the War Factory. So we have to move one of these guys out. So either this guy to the middle or this guy to the middle, or some shields. It's quite expensive. I mean, maybe it's correct for us to play shields, because we're late in the game here. Maybe we don't need that many. Maybe we don't need that many, like. So it's probably correct for us to play some shields here. And if we want to go with another Mustang, maybe two Mustangs, let's say. Probably would even like consider putting a shield here, but it would only be for the fire here, so maybe we would put it here. Charge shot, obviously, and let's go for another Phoenix. Range and yeah, I guess we go for speed here. And now this is trying to use some shields here. And look, it's very successful, the shield, at least for the Mustangs. Fire does not come down. We don't actually use any oil though. And his fire is still kind of hurting him a little bit. Amazingly, we keep the tower alive. And most of our Mustangs are alive here, which means we should be able to solve the wasp problem and just get the charge shot directly onto the juicy targets here. There we go. As long as we do something to protect our Mustangs, we are able to win this against the Overlords. So that's another lesson we need to learn. Yeah, we have the Phoenixes Fortresses were useless, actually. I mean, well, wait a second. They weren't useless. They were good against the steel balls. They were pretty decent against the air army. It was just that the late chaff, you know, it got in front of the overlords, and we had a huge problem with the phoenixes. So phoenixes need to be supported by mustangs. So it's fortress mustang. That's a common composition, and then the charge shaft phoenix, and that is enough to pretty much beat most kind of overlord compositions. So we were close. The war factory was, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that it took so long. I think it was because we this flank maybe was a little bit too. We did lose a tower. That's why I kind of stopped shooting. Maybe we also meant to click speed, but we didn't have the money. So I wouldn't mind just seeing what maybe the war factory was good, right? Maybe we don't go for this missile strike. I don't know. Like the killing the phoenix is pretty huge. I think I would always try to go for this if I could. And all right, let's. So level 2, and we want the range. We want speed. We need to sell something that's worth 400. Do we really want to sell a fort here instead of something like this? I doubt it, right? But why don't we try? Maybe we just didn't like commit hard enough into this. And no beacon, but we do have the speed. Can missile something like guess we missile just missile this maybe. Okay. Probably should have missile here, but yeah, the problem here is that everything collapses here, and we just don't get the correct tower timing. I mean, this just cannot get the tower quick enough. We're only left with half of the army left, and that kind of, and then we're also stuck on the oil. There's so many little minor details. Now we do prevent our oil from igniting, which is pretty huge. All right, so we did a little bit more than 1350 there, but it was super close. Yeah, I mean this could work, but actually didn't. I wonder if it's better to put it here. Like it will die, you would imagine, more quickly to what he has. So that's the reason why we didn't do it that way. And this side burns as well. So what do we do here? What are we trying to kill with our missile? We're trying to kill stuff like this, maybe? Okay. For some reason, I don't think this is going to work so well. We could go for an oil, right? Well, let's think about this. We need 100 for the range. We need 150 for the oil. The oil is going to be pretty good. Yeah, definitely we need an oil here. So then we need 200, so 350. We need to sell a fort, unfortunately. Definitely get this. Go for this, like right here. And missile something like this. Let's see what happens here. Don't think this is going to end too well. But it should kill off the steel balls, okay? The problem is these level 3 phoenixes are just way too much here. We have no Mustangs left, so there's a reason why we didn't put it here. I don't think this is going to work. I mean, we don't have much left over. Yeah, so we should have just played it normally and just relied on the composition instead of going for the gut shot when we didn't need to. And as a result, his army he survived long enough for his overlord army to just get too strong. So that was a bit unfortunate, but at least we learned something. Thanks for watching.